Hello everyone. Entrepreneurship is for the ones who dare.
Dare to dream, dare to build.
I am Priyadarshini Sarja, member of ESL ASPERA.
I am Dhanushes, member of ESL ASPERA. We are ASPERA, the entrepreneurship cell of Vidyavartaka College of Engineering, Mysore. We are founded in 2010 with a vision to foster entrepreneurship, innovation and startup culture. We are student-driven community backed by institution.
We welcome you to our pilot episode, Blueprint for Success, an ASPERA podcast. Today, our guest for the inaugural session is a dynamic person and visionary leader, Dr. B. Sadashive Gowda. Sir is the principal and professor of mechanical engineering at VVC, where he has been shaping young minds since 2007. With an impressive 32 years of experience in the field, he holds a PhD in thermal sciences from the prestigious Institute of Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru. Beyond his role at VVC, Sir serves as the Dean of the Faculty of Engineering at VTU, Belgavi. He is a Fellow of Institute of Engineers and a life member of iShare and the Indian Society of Technical Education. Sir is also deeply involved in the entrepreneurial and quality management communities, such as the charter member of the TAI Mysuru chapter and a member of Executive Council of the Quality Circle Forum of India. Join us as we dive into his incredible journey, explore his insights on engineering education, and uncover his perspectives on fostering innovation and entrepreneurship.
Let's start, sir. Sir,
Yes.
sir, could you tell us about your journey and experience at VVC?
Hi, everybody. I joined this institute in the year 2007, exactly on June 1st, I joined this institute. I joined as professor of mechanical engineering, and later I became the head of department of mechanical engineering within 2 to 3 months. And almost within a year, I became the vice principal of this institute, and I became principal in the year 2010. And if you ask me, since then, I've been the principal of this institute close to 15 years. And the institute has grown phenomenally since 2007. I don't say since 2007. From the beginning, it has been growing, but I could see the rapid growth since 2007. Particularly after we became accredited in the year 2017. We were able to increase the intake. We were in a position to go for NAC accreditation. And also we became autonomous in the year 2020. And all these have made our institute one of the best institutes in the state of Karnataka. And also, if you look at the student population, it has been steadily growing, and we touch 5,000 students this year. And almost year on year, we are growing at a rate of 600 to 800 students. That is something phenomenal for a tier 2 institute in the city of Mysore. So I believe strongly the institute has grown. Even though it was established in 97, we have been able to make this institute as one of the best, I would say, sought after institutes for engineering and management education in Karnataka.
Sir, as students, we have viewed you as an academic leader. So we're curious about your student life. Would you share some anecdotes?
Yeah, there is a see difference between the student life I had and you guys have. Because you see, we did not have mobile phones. We did not have, in fact, when I was a student going to schools, we did not even have the phones in my village. We did not have cars, we did not have bikes. Many luxuries that you guys have were totally non-existent in those days. And I had to walk a long distance from my village near Honusur to Gavadgere, another place, about 3 kilometers from my native place. Almost every day, I used to walk from 5th standard to 10th standard. Morning 3 kilometers and evening 3 kilometers I used to walk. And we did not have the kind of facilities that you guys have today. It could be the internet facilities, it could be the modern gadgets. Those were not at all there. The only thing we had for entertainment was to go to a theaters, that too about 15 kilometers from my native place. So I hardly used to go to movies. But if you ask me, I would say that we were not having too much distractions. But today, you have lots of distractions. It is very difficult to focus on a single subject, particularly when the student want to study. The distractions are many. But we did not have such. But we had lot of activities that we could spend on the playground, we could spend with our friends. But I see nowadays lot of students, they spend a lot of their time on their mobile phone, on internet. But since they were not there, I think we had a very decent life, good life, even though we did not have lots of money, but that was not required then. So I'm very happy that I had a very decent life, even though the upbringing from my family was quite good. Even though I grew up in a rural setup, I'm very happy that I have been able to reach this level, even though I come from a rural background. I studied in Kannada medium up to 10th standard, and only in the PUC I studied in English medium. But I was able to pick up speaking in English after my graduation. Till then, I had a tough time. But when you look around, many people, I feel that I'm very fortunate with the blessings of God. I'm able to reach this level with that kind of background, with that kind of education I have had. I did not study in a very posh schools, colleges, very mediocre. All were government schools and colleges. Therefore, I feel that the kind of life I had and the kind of life you people have today is completely different. It is. I don't think some of you can imagine that we led that kind of life then.
So, how was the education system during your days and how it has evolved now?
See, the education system then was completely dependent on what was available in the books,
Okay.
and more like a Gurukula system. The teacher had everything. Teacher knew everything. So we had to really depend on the teachers. And we were very religious in attending all the classes, because that's where we would get the information. And maybe we would go to the library and then to seek further information. But nowadays, if you see, the information is at your fingertips. You don't need to go to classes. You don't need to listen to anybody. Everything is available. So it means that the system then and today, there is a huge transformation. The transformation is unprecedented. And lots of information, even though we wanted, it was not available then. It was available only in select libraries with select people. But today, every human being can get whatever he wants or she wants. So that kind of information is available. The problem you guys are facing, what is right, what is wrong, how to read so much of information. There has been knowledge explosion. But then it was not the case. Because only we would get information from the teachers or at the most from the books. But that is not the scenario now. So there is a huge difference. I think you also have challenges. The present generation students have lots of challenges because so much of information is available. What is important to me for my future is very difficult to determine. So you need to learn many unwanted things in the process, and then maybe you have to filter it out and say what is important to you. But again, it is very challenging, very difficult to identify what exactly I need for my growth, for my career. So that is very challenging for you guys.
Sir, how do you think the new education policy is helping VVC students to get to their path and to their career?
See, the government of India wanted to have a completely different education policy. So this started in late 1960s with the Kothari Commission. And there were many education policies by the previous governments. But the present government thought that we need to have a very transformative education policy to meet the present demands, the aspirations of the new India. So National Education Policy 2020 made lot of changes. It made changes in the school education, it made changes in the engineering education and also other professional educations. So according to me, it is very good. You look at the first year. Let us say you studied C programming in PUC or Python in the high school, and assume that I start teaching the same thing again. It will not be exciting to you. So we have given you a bucket of programming languages, so you can select one of them. You can select C programming, you can select Java programming. I'm telling you in that programming language courses. Similarly, you have engineering science courses. So you have multiple choices in the new education policy, particularly in engineering, where we introduce in the VTU. You have multiple choices. Depending on your interest, depending on your aspirations, you can select the subjects. That is number one. Number two, see, we have the choice-based credit system. What does it mean? The student should select what he wants to study. Not the faculty should tell, okay, you have to study these courses. So in that you have open electives, you have professional electives, you have minor degree, you have honors degree. Like, you can assume that after 2 years you don't want to continue education, you want to take a break. Yes, it is possible. You have multiple exit, multiple entry system. You can also store your credits, what you have earned. We call it ABC, Academic Bank of Credits. Okay, you want to go to a better institute. Let's say you studied 1 year here, second year you want to go to IIT or you want to go to NIT. It is all possible in the new education policy. Students from lower ranking institutes can come to VVC. VVC students can go to other institutions because you can store whatever you have earned in the ABC, Academic Bank of Credits, and you have multiple entry and multiple exit system. You have completely choice based. In fact, from the academic year 2024-25, VTU is introducing summer semester. If you look at the American education system, they have a fall, winter and summer. Something like we have art semester, even semester, and then we don't have any other semester, right?
Yeah.
So now we are going to have summer semester commencing from this academic year. A circular will, I think it has already been decided by the VTU. We are going to introduce the summer semester. So a student can study, let's say you have 8 subjects in the first semester, 8 subjects in the second semester. You can study 6 subjects in the first semester, 6 subjects in the second semester. The balance 4 you can study during the summer semester. That flexibility has been introduced in the national education policy. So there are many features that benefit the student community. So I believe this is very, very useful, and it is going to help the students to understand at their own pace and also help to make them industry ready. The another important thing is you can offer electives, value addition. We never had universal human values courses, but we introduced because of national education policy. We have introduced the ACT activity points. We have introduced induction program. All these are some of the features of national education policy. So I believe that national education policy is a very good initiative by Government of India, and it should be implemented by all the institutions and all the universities in letter and spirit to get the maximum dividends from that.
Okay. With this initiative, we have seen that you are a very good visionary leader. So how did you incorporate these skills in your life?
Look, right from my childhood, I used to study the stories of Mahabharata and Ramayana. They instilled discipline in me. My father, he was very hardworking. He's a farmer, and he used to get up almost 4:30 to 5 every day, and he would work till evening 8-9 p.m. Somehow that I inherited that culture from my father. And my mother was also very hardworking. And also I used to study the the stories of great people like Gandhi, Swami Vivekananda, Subhash Chandra Bose. See, when you have people like such great, including Sir M. Vishwesvaraya, what happens? Somehow they influence our personality because they assume that you have role models, and those role models are somebody who achieved phenomenal success in their lifetime, and every day assume that you try to recollect what they have done until it becomes a habit. Then you inculcate those value system in you and you become better and better. That's what I did in my life. So throughout my life, I believed that we should be good in whatever we do, and we should be passionate about what we do. Whether it could be teaching, whether it could be working in a shop floor, anywhere, whatever you do, you should be great at what you do, and you should be passionate about it. So if you have these qualities along with discipline, it could be, when I say discipline, it could be honesty, it could be punctuality. All these qualities are very important. And my father had most of these qualities. So I had a role model in front of me. So as a result, it was very easy for me to adopt those value system in my life. That really helped me. Even when I face crisis, if you have a very good value system, that helps you. When we do not have, in the crisis, it really makes us fail. So I believe that the value system is very important, not during the success period, during the crisis period. So that has helped me.
Sir, how do we follow your footsteps to become a leader?
It is very simple. See, each one is unique according to me. Each one of us is unique. I cannot become Sir M. Vishwesvaraya or Swami Vivekananda or Gandhi. Each one is unique. So only thing is what is common. Common thing is serving the society. All of us, if you look, all the great people, Gandhi or you take Subhash Chandra, they never thought about their growth. They thought about throughout their life the society's growth. Prosperity of the society was the first interest for them. So similarly, if you want to become a leader, for me, my institute. Assume that when I say institute, my students, my colleagues. So when I keep those things at the center of decision making, it becomes easy. So similarly, what is important to you, how you can serve the society. The moment you look at how you can serve the society, automatically leadership qualities develop in you, because your interest is not to become great. Your interest is to how you can serve the society. You look at Mother Teresa. She looked at how she can serve the society. So in the process, they became great leaders. So similarly, what I suggest you to do, have great value system. And most important, even in the difficult times, you should not give up value system. That is, many a time what we do, we adopt value system only when we are okay. When we are not okay, we don't adopt. So most challenging is, can you see that you uphold the value system even in the most difficult times? Then automatically you become a natural leader.
So you are a mechanical engineer.
Yeah.
Now you are heading the Institute of VVC. So how was this experience? Like, you were a previously engineer. How did you inculcate the managing skills in you?
Look, prior to becoming the professor of mechanical engineering and also the HOD of mechanical engineering and the head of this institute, I worked in the industry. I worked in the industry where I was interacting with ITI and diploma holders in Bengaluru. I was working for Renac India Limited as product manager. Day in, day out, I used to interact with workers. I knew how to extract work from them. So that experience was valuable. And then when I went to Malaysia, where I was working in the American degree program of Taylor's College, There I learned the techniques. I used to attend Toastmaster meeting where I learned how to handle people, how to interact with people, how to influence people. So I learned. And in addition, I used to read lot of motivational books. Lot of books related to management. But I didn't know that I would become principal of this institute maybe when I was in Malaysia. Accidentally, I became the principal of this institute, to tell you frankly. So, and also when I came here, in the Department of Mechanical, if you can handle mechanical engineering students, you can handle anybody in this world.
Yes.
I had a very tough time then, in the year 2008, 9, 10. We had very difficult students then. I don't say, I don't want to use any other term, but we had very challenging students. And they would create a lot of problems. So I learned how to handle them. So that, in fact, mechanical engineering department student taught me how to become a good leader. So that has helped me.
Yes.
So I believe that there are lots of things we can learn from the environment. When I say environment, from my colleagues, students, friends, and we should learn from every failure. If something has failed, we have to do some post-mortem why that failed. Then you get solutions. See that you don't repeat that.
Mistake.
If you don't repeat, obviously you become successful. That we have to learn. That is number one. Number two, I normally do, whatever that happens in somebody's life. Something happened in someone's life and then they failed miserably. I should learn from that lesson also, so that I can prevent that happening in my life. So like that, assume that if you start observing at your own friends, relatives, what mistakes are happening, what is that I can learn from that, I think we can minimize the number of mistakes that we do in our life, or in both personal life as well as professional life. That's what I do.
So talking about personal and professional life, how do you balance it all, sir? How do you make it look so easy?
It's very challenging. It's very challenging. Let me tell you, fortunately, I live close by. That is a blessing in disguise.
Yes.
I have a very supporting wife and my children. So in that way, but to tell you frankly, it is very challenging to balance both professional life, very challenging professional life and the personal life. But if you want to balance, you need the support. You need the support of your family members. Otherwise, it will be very difficult. So, but I am blessed. I have a very supporting family members. Thereby, I am able to manage both without any problems.
So it is a very stressful job, as you said. So how do you handle
No, I
this?
never said that it was a stressful job.
Okay.
Very busy job.
Yeah, busy
Oh, okay.
job. Okay. So how do you handle your stress? Do you play sports or do you watch movies? Or what do you spend your most of free time in?
Firstly, it is not stressful.
Yes, sir.
I will tell you why. Because whatever I do, I enjoy.
Yes, sir.
The moment you start enjoying, okay, it doesn't create any stress in our body or in mind. The stress is created because we don't like to do that. The moment you want to do something that you don't like, it creates a lot of stress in our body. I in fact, every day assume that you have some stress due to, I cannot say that it is completely stress-free.
Yes.
There will be some amount of stress. Sometimes you come and shout at me. I will be, oh, why my student is shouting at me? That will cause some stress, right? Or someone, even though I have not done a mistake, someone shouts at me.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, it causes. What I do, one is every day I get up. So in fact, today I woke up at 4 a.m. I want to get up at 4 a.m. I normally get up at 5. For almost 30 minutes to 45 minutes, I just go through what I need to do this today, and I get myself prepared. I do about 20 minutes of meditation. That keeps me very calm and cool. Most of the time, I don't shout at anybody. If I have to shout, I have to tell myself that I have to shout at that guy so that I can get the things done. So basically, I do meditation. After that, I do a lot of walking. Every day, I earmark about 1 hour to 1 hour 30 minutes in the morning for my body and for my mind. For my mind, I do meditation. For my body, I do walking. I go to gym, and then I also play shuttlecock. So these are the morning activities. I rarely miss all these things. That keeps me physically fit, also mentally fit. And I also read quite often motivational books, particularly books of Swami Vivekananda, because that will make us happy, and that also tells us that what we have done is not enough. We have to do much more than that, what we are doing. So that gives me a lot of inspiration, and also my goals keep changing. So see, to enjoy life, you have to have goals, and those goals should not be easily achievable. If you easily achieve, it doesn't give you excitement
Yes.
or thrill.
Yeah.
So what you should have every day, you should set some targets for yourself. When you set targets, if you achieve it, you will be so happy. And some are achievable targets, some are not achievable. So I keep myself that, okay, I need to improve this. Maybe I look at myself, how I communicate. I say that I need to communicate much better. Well, I talk to a lot of my students, a lot of my colleagues. So I need to use different vocabulary. I need to tell different things. So I need to read a lot. So I do read a lot. So all these keep me completely engaged. As a result, I hardly encounter stress. In fact, for the last 6 months, I have not taken any tablets. Including, I have not got even the headache. So you can imagine. See, the moment I get the headache, what does it mean? I have some kind of stress, right?
Yes, sir.
I never encountered any stress in the last 6 months. So even though I performed my daughter's marriage last December, even then I did not take any tablets. I handled everything very so coolly. So I believe that it is because of the exercise, physical exercise I do every day, meditation I do, and I take things the way it comes to me. So I don't. There will be expectations,
Yes, sir.
but assume that it doesn't happen. It's fine. Whatever happens, happens for good. I don't blame it. It's okay, fine. So I have that kind of attitude. That also keeps me calm.
Sir, once in a while we all want to escape reality. So which is your all-time favorite movie or book that you would recommend us?
I read many times Stephen Covey's The Seven Habits,
Yes.
and also he wrote one more, Eighth Habit and all. I read many times when I was in Malaysia, when I had a very serious personal problem. I read many times. So I used to read lot of such books then. So that is one thing. Movie-wise, I am not a great person to go to movies now and then. I hardly go to movies. But when I was a kid, when I was very young, I used to see Bangarada Manushya, Mayura, all Rajkumar's movies I used to watch. Nowadays also I do watch, but very rarely I watch. I don't go to theaters. I sit in my home and then watch with my family members.
What is entrepreneurship to you, and who is your role model in entrepreneurship and all?
See, the entrepreneurship, according to me, how I can serve my society. That is entrepreneurship. Like when I was in Malaysia, I wanted to set up a school. In fact, after when I was there, I thought that once I go back to India, I should do something to my society. So I came on in the year 2007, May I came, and June I joined this institute. On the same day, I got my school inaugurated, and I have been running that school, even though not very vigorously, but it is running on its own. So in a way, I am also an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Definitely.
So entrepreneurship is all about how I can help my society by giving maybe the best possible product,
Yes, sir.
maybe by giving the best possible services to the society. If you think that what is that I can do to my country, to my society, to my world, then automatically you become a good entrepreneur. So entrepreneur is not all about making money. Making money is the byproduct of that. When you do good service, automatically money pours in. So the most important thing about entrepreneurship is what are the problems my society is facing? Can I find a solution to that problem? Identification of the right problem and finding a great solution to that problem, and automatically you will have money. Assume that you have a great idea. You tell to 100 people, there will be at least 10-15 people come to you, look, I will invest. Your idea is great. It is going to help the society. Right? So entrepreneurship is about helping the society. Can you help society? You become entrepreneur. Even the roadside people who sell bonda, who sell pani puri, they are also entrepreneurs.
Yes, sir.
Some are very successful,
Yes, sir.
right? They never heard of this word entrepreneurship. They serve the society. They make best pani puri, right? Thereby, they help the society to get the best possible food. We have so many restaurants. They are all entrepreneurs. Even the farmers are entrepreneurs, right? If you look in that sense, they also help the society. Assume that they are very religious about what they do, they can make lots of money. That is what I believe, that entrepreneurship is all about how I can help my society so that I can make impacts in whatever the service I do.
Was there any role model like I want to become like him, any kind of thing like that?
When you look at role models in the entrepreneurial journey, there are many people are there. Even our own Mysorean Infosys founder Narayan Murthy is one of the role models, because he built a system others thought that it would not be possible,
Yes.
and he did not have a great heritage or family background, yet he was able to build a great empire, right? So there are many such peoples. It doesn't need to be Mr. Narayan Murthy. We can look at, even there are many people around us. They are great. But only thing is, we need to look at whether we do those things ethically. The ethical aspect is very important for entrepreneurs. Even I have seen many people, you have Mahalakshmi Sweets. They have multiplied. He is also a good entrepreneur, right? But as long as we do things very ethically, it's fine. You can become a role model. You don't need to be a multi-billion-dollar businessman to become a role model. Even a guy who sells pani puri can be the role model,
Yes.
right? So I don't believe in that. As long as he may not have such high aspirations, it's fine. He is happy that he is serving small sections of the society, but he is making lots of money through that. It's fine.
Sir, as a principal, have you ever hit roadblocks or ups and downs? How have you handled them, sir?
As principal, yes, always there will be roadblocks, there will be ups and downs.
Yes, sir.
I don't say that all the time I had a great time. There will be downs, there will be ups. That is part of the job, professional career. But the thing is, many a time, when you become highly successful, what happens invariably, we become complacent,
Yes, sir.
or we take things for granted. Then only roadblocks happen. Many a time. That has been my observation. That has happened in my life also. So we cannot be complacent in this competitive world. So when you become very successful, give the credit to everybody, because alone I won't be able to achieve. It is every student has contributed for the success of this institute. Our management has significantly contributed. Every faculty has contributed, even including right from the attender to the every professor in this institute have contributed. Then only the institute grows. I'm just guide the path. Okay, if you go this way, we can go faster. That's it. So when the success happens, assume that you start sharing that success, and when you fail, you have to take the responsibility. You cannot blame others. Many times what we do, we start blaming others. Then situation worsens. So we should not allow such a thing to happen. See, whatever happens, happens for good. Sometimes even the bad things happen for good. You take in that spirit. I always believe in that. Whatever happens, that has happened for good. Assume that you try to push your best efforts. Yet, it did not happen. Maybe it happened for good. So as long as the intention is clear, your intention is right, you are putting a lot of efforts, yet you are not able to do it, maybe it is very good. So you don't need to worry about it. Try in a different way, the same thing, then you will succeed. So I strongly believe that success and failure are part of learning process. They are integral part of growth. Okay, they will be there. It should be there. Then only, otherwise you start thinking that you are God. Assume that no failures happen in your life. You start that okay, you are the God and everything happens and nobody can touch you, which is not true.
Yes, sir.
So failure should be there so that we keep ourselves grounded. At the same time, we should be humble when we achieved some major breakthroughs. When the failure comes, take it with the same mindset, so that you should overcome that failure as quickly as possible. Don't be in that mood for too long. If something happens, you should get over of that situation as quickly as possible.
Yes.
Then you are done.
Talking about the mindset, how can a engineering student develop the entrepreneurial mindset?
See, nowadays opportunities are plenty for the young generation to develop the entrepreneurial mindset. We have ASPERA in our institute.
Yes, sir.
It is the best platform we have. Become a member of that. Participate in activities like you are the TIE, where you talk to entrepreneurs. You get inspired by them. And then this ASPERA conduct number of events. You have the EB, you go to IIT Chennai, you go to IIT Mumbai, you go to schools, right? You conduct some 100 rupees event. You do many things. What a better platform you need other than ASPERA platform? See, only thing is you should make up your mind. Look, I want to become an entrepreneur. I want to create jobs. I don't want to seek jobs. What is that I should do?
Yes.
I should pick up some skill sets. I should start thinking the way the entrepreneurs think. How can you think the way entrepreneurs think? Unless you talk to them. There are hundreds of entrepreneurs in TIE. Talk to them. See their thought process. Then you start thinking, guy, look, I can also think like them.
Yes, sir.
I'm no different. When you start developing that kind of mindset, suddenly you get an idea. Why should not I convert this idea into a service or a product? Assume that it strikes, you become successful. You may fail in the beginning, it's fine, but that experience is invaluable.
Yes.
Whenever, see, even this job, what I am doing as principal of this institute, it is also a kind of an entrepreneur. Okay, why? Unless I have the entrepreneurial mindset, I will not be able to make my institute grow. Every human being, according to me, must have the entrepreneurial mindset. When you have the entrepreneurial mindset, it is like growth mindset.
Yes.
The growth mindset always find new ways to grow.
Yes. Yes.
Entrepreneurs are also like that. They try to find problems and try to find solutions to them. Not one solution, multiple solutions, and take the best one.
Yes.
Same thing I do. I also think like an entrepreneur. What is that I should do to take VVC to the next level? How to make our students entrepreneurial? How to make our faculty entrepreneurial? See, every one of us, if you want India to achieve developed nation status by 2047, everyone in India should think like an entrepreneur. Then let me tell you, automatically all the problems that country faces will be solved. Because everyone will try to find solutions. And when you start finding solutions, you'll have multiple solutions. You can take the best solutions. At least one of them will take the best solution and build on it and see that India grows.
Yes.
We have to be like that. As a student, you should be entrepreneurial. When the problem is given, can I solve this problem in multiple ways? You may think that there's only one way. No. Because you are not thinking like an entrepreneur. The moment you start thinking like an entrepreneur to solve a problem, you'll find 101 different methods to solve. That is important.
So for new students today who are joining VVC, what would you tell? Like, what support is VVC providing for young entrepreneurs?
See, the young entrepreneurs who aspire to join VVC, one is ASPERA,
Yes, sir.
the E-cell.
Yes.
Okay, you have umpteen number of very good leaders, the E-leaders, entrepreneurial leaders who can guide them. Guys, you pick up these skill sets, you can become a good entrepreneur. You will take them to various events. You participate in the events. When you participate in the events, you gain confidence. You do a lot of activities. When you do a lot of activities, again you gain confidence. So I believe that you guys are doing a great job in our institute, because this was established in 2010.
Yes, sir.
Since then, in fact, we won the National Championship Award. Wadhwani Foundation instituted National Championship. We won in the year 2012. So the E-cell is doing a great job to create awareness and also own the skill sets that are required to become an entrepreneur. And we have the incubation facility.
Yes.
And the incubation facility is completely free for our students. And while you are a student, you can have your own company on the campus. And where do you get these kinds of facilities that are free? Even you can have the startup on our campus for 1, 2 years, 3 years. And later you can migrate to other place once you become comfortable with your finances. So I believe that you are doing a great job to create awareness amongst the students, and because you have been associated with TIE, and TIE is also helping us to conduct lots of events on our campus.
Yes.
We have been associated with Confederation of Indian Industry, NASCOM, KDAM, Karnataka Digital Economy Mission. They keep visiting VVC. In fact, I am the only member who attend CII meetings, KDAM meetings, TIE meetings. Okay, so one only member in the sense among the engineering colleges. And we have a strong presence in all those industry boards. So I believe that VVC provides a great opportunity for the young entrepreneurs to succeed.
Aspera has made an impact beyond the campus. Like they went to many competitions, IIT Bombay or be it IIT Madras or Deshpande events also. So what is your thought on that?
It is great. That speaks of the quality of the ASPERA members. When they are able to compete with the best minds of India, look at IITs. They go there and win prizes. They go to IIT Chennai, they win prizes. They go to IIT Mumbai, they win prizes. That tells indirectly the high quality of entrepreneurs or entrepreneurial leaders in making in a VVC. So the kind of activity they do on campus, so that speaks volumes about your capability, speaks volume about the quality of event that you conduct. That speaks volumes about your involvement in the entrepreneurial journey.
Sir, how do you think these milestones are helping Aspera to make a better impact today?
You have already made an impact.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you already made an impact in VVC, not just in VVC, in the industry circles. When I talk to many people in the industry, they have high regards for you. They have high regards for Aspera because you guys are doing great job. You're doing a great job, and you will continue to do it. And we are here to support you.
Yes.
And I believe strongly that this is one of the best clubs we have on our campus, where many clubs, what we do, we interact only within the institute, but you interact outside the institute. You go to IITs, you go to the TIE events. That tells you the kind of leaders we are producing from this institute.
So now we will have a quick rapid fire questions. You need to answer as quickly as possible. So what is your all-time favorite quote?
Never give up.
Yes.
Yes. If not in principal, what would you have been?
I would have become a mathematics teacher. I love mathematics.
Did Royal make you good leader?
Yes.
What is your favorite season?
Favorite season?
Season.
Yes, sir.
I love winter season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you a last bencher or first bencher?
I used to be the front bencher. I don't say exactly front, in middle bencher.
Okay. What is your favorite subject?
Mathematics.
Okay. In next 5 years, where do you see VVC standing?
Will become a university.
Yes, sir. So last year's E-Week was a blockbuster event, receiving an overwhelming response from all our colleges in Mysore, which showcased Aspera's impact and outreach. So this year we are back from March 17th to 23rd, aiming to make this event even bigger, even brighter, even better. So sir, could you please share your encouraging words for Aspera?
See, ASPERA is one of the best clubs that we have on our campus. And whatever the event that they do so well, so professionally, it impacts everybody on the campus. So every time you do, you plan so well because you want to become an entrepreneur. All entrepreneurs would like to plan. That you do, even for every small event that you conduct on the campus.
Yes.
And because of the industry exposure you have, you know what kind of events are going to impact the student community. Therefore, you carefully plan the events and then you execute as per the plan. That tells you indirectly that you are really professional. So, ASPERA is a professional body in our institute. And it has been impacting and it will continue to impact the students.
So thank you so much for being on our podcast for the first episode. We were really honored to have you. I think we had a great session.
Thank you so much for asking so many questions. And thank you guys. Hi guys, I would like to invite each one of you to the E-Week that will start from 17th of this month. And you are going to have amazing events which will be conducted by your own friends who are really the true leaders, who are really the true entrepreneurs. I would like to see each one of you in the E-Week. Thank you.